Hello each and everyone. I take this time also thanks you for your great abide on this channel and by listening to different teachings of the words of God passing through it. Today I carry a message that was deeply moved to share. A message written by the burden and convictions with my heart. It revolves around two powerful words, hope and faith. I encourage you to read this message, to listen it carefully and completely, because stopping halfway may prevent you from grasping the purpose and depth contained within. Hope is not small or ordinary one. It is a present force, the foundation of things you have not yet seen, because it causes us to rise as though we have already possessed them. Yet true hope is revealed through the lifestyle or attitude of the one who carries it. Hope is the invisible connection between the one who trusts and the one who is trusted. It is the chain that links the promised and receiver through the faith, assuring the heart that nothing will prevent what has been promised from coming to pass. Hope is like a reef floating upon water without invisible support benefit. Faith born from hope means this: you may possess faith, but without hope, that faith cannot fully sustain your life. Faith is like opening your embassy in a country where you do not yet live. For us, that country is heaven, is our country, is our destinating country. We are going to. We are moving forward toward it in this journey on the earth. Faith is like purchasing a travel ticket, but hope is the vehicles that carries you to the destination. Imagine a factory that produces a paper using a machine. Let the factory represent you. Let the factory represent you. Let the machine represent hope. And let the paper produced by that machine represent faith. Then you will understand what hope produces within faith. Many times we confuse those two things, yet a person without hope is like someone dead while still standing. There is another statement people often quote incorrectly: cursed is the man who believes in man. But that is not exactly what the scripture says. I've made many research. I've read the Bible one more, and the time came to pass searching for it, reading Bible daily, again and again, but without grasping the word. Cursed is the man who believes in man, as the people used to say, especially in my native land. I don't know if it is widely distributed all in the globe, but from our native land they used to say it. But in Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5 says, cursed is the man who trusts in man, because whatever you place your trust in becomes the source from which you expect salvation or security. If you compare this in English term, faith resembles a want, while hope resembles a need. That is why Jesus often asked the sick before healing them, do you believe? It was as though it's asked to truly desire to be healed. If faith is 99.9%, hope is 100%. Is a burning charcoal the same as charcoal that is not burning? One is being consumed by fire, another one is not consumed by fire. That things shows us that are not the same, but all have the same name, by initial name, or like calling a charcoal. Certainly not. Burning charcoal is not the same with a non-consuming charcoal. When God appointed the Isaiah, touched Isaiah's lips with the burning coal, because Isaiah confused that his lips were unclean, and that he lived among people of unclean speech. That is how often truth works. The word of God must remain burning with us so that it may heal and transform lives. That is fire, is what gives birth to hope. You must be refined in the fire of fire. If your hope is still weak, then your faith is like paper. It will burn away when trials come. But today I tell you, hold on to hope in the middle of your suffering and difficulties, because faith is what hope may fail when tested, when troubles come, when arrivals come, when a thing which is aliens come in your life, very strange, saddest things come in your life, it will become harsh to you to sustain through it. Without hope, you will never stand still. When you do not have hope, when you do not have faith in God, it will become so hard for you to exacerbate the problem, to come out the situation. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7 says, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose hope is the Lord." Remember also the word of Jesus. Blessed is the one who is not offended because of me. He spoke this word because some believed in him, yet did not fully trust him. Scriptures teach us that the believer is blessed, but he must also place complete hope in God. Remember, before Jesus said his word, the John Baptist, the one who baptized him, the one who witnessed him, when he was jailed, imprisoned by Herod, after seeing the troubles he was in, he used to send his disciples to Jesus. I said, "Go and ask him, is he truly the one, the Messiah, whom we was waiting for, or we must wait another one?" And Jesus responded to them, "Speak this word. Blessed is one who fully trusts in me." Who is not offended because of me. When troubles arrive without a hope, things will come to be hard for you. You will even deny the Jesus for yourself because you do not have rooted your faith in Him. You do not have the hope in God. Why you do not have hope? Because of trouble arrive. High troubles arrive because of we have witnessed about Him. All the people witnessed in the Bible have beliefs, as I have read. Paul one have beliefs, and other people have witnessing spirit also, like Elijah, Elisha, and other peoples like Peter have witnessing spirit. That spirit is spirit which is created in man before stand still witnessing the gospel, the God. Faith is our embassy in heaven. If faith is a cup, then hope is what fills that cup. If faith is a lamp, then hope is the light shining from it. If faith is soil, then hope is the fruit growing from that soul. Hope is life itself. It carries living power within it through all who believes in Jesus Christ, crucified upon the cross. Now listen to this story. The Kingdom of Hope as a title. There once existed a land constantly covered by sunlight, a kingdom called Hope, ruled by a king named Faith. To the south stood the enemy nation called Norgod, ruled by jealousy. To the north was another enemy kingdom called Shem, ruled by uncertainty. And to the west were the dark works of evil governed by self-reliance. All those neighboring kingdoms possessed fortified cities with walls of stone and mighty armies. Yet within them were endless complexities, chaos, famine, disease, disasters, and attack from wild beasts. Their lands were filled with desert, harsh forests, and towering mountains, with only a few small fertile places. But the kingdom of hope, ruled by faith, had no harm at all. Yet its citizens lived in peace, rain fell in its proper season, and the sun shone beautifully. Its soil was fertile and rich with precious stones. The land was calm and flourishing, filled with magnificent trees, bearing abundant fruit, surrounded by beautiful lakes and flowing rivers. When the neighboring nations saw this blessing, they desired them greatly, yet they hesitated to wage war openly, because they said, "Why should we fight people who have no army?" Instead, they used deception, manipulation, intimidation, theft, spies, and false promises. They believed that one day the kingdom of hope would eventually fall into their hands, but every attempt failed. Finally, after becoming exhausted and frustrated, the enemy's kings gathered together and decided, "We shall attack the kingdom of hope from every direction, kill King's faith, and seize the land." They said among themselves, "The people of that kingdom are blind with happiness and comfort. We destroy them easily, and no one will scare them." However, the kingdom of hope belonged to a greater king, the King of Kings, who ruled from a distant realm. This was the one the enemy secretly feared most. Yet that king never entered battles unless a cry for hope rose from his people. So the enemies surrounded the kingdom of hope so completely that no one could wait or live to secure it. But the heart of faith never lost the courage. Faith did not overcome him, even when death surrounded him. Instead, he raised the banner of peace in the center of the city. Yet the invaders ignored it, because peace was never their intention. Then suddenly, in a mysterious moment, Faith sensed a powerful transformation within his spirit. It was as though another heart had entered him, compelling him and his people to flee into the wilderness. Their enemies pursued them recklessly, but as they advanced, they fell into deadly thorns, traps, and deep pits hidden among the wilderness. None escaped, no survivor remained to tell the story. And that day, because a day of overwhelming joy throughout the kingdom of hope. So it was with those who are guided by faith and sustained by hope. Their end shall be beautiful and filled with joy. That is the fact. In every circumstance, in every infliction, in every battles you have. As long as you have a hope, as long as you have faith, let a faith rule you, and let's live in hope. You will find a great God. You find Almighty Father fighting for you. He fights a battles no one can fight, visible and invisible one. Is the one that failed, free him, and is the one who won all the time. The only people who will have good end is the people who believe in him. Is the people who brought out from the earth of desires, from the earth of envy, and became the part of the God, and became the part of faith and hope. That is the people who survive alone. We have the good end, and even though they are tested and they are tempted again and again, they are disappointed many times, are found below the line many times, are called wiseless ones, but the end will reveal what God had done among them, as we have read the story in these scriptures. Before I finish, let me leave you with this question. If you were God and found people who had lost all hope, what would you do to restore it within them? It's just one quick and simple question, but difficult to answer. But let me introduce by saying that the answer is you. The answer of the question is you. You are the part of response of these matters arise. Now let me tell you this. You are capable of very little on your own except to trust him and allow yourself to become part of his answer to that problem. Have faith in God and have your hope in him. You will have a good end. May God preserve you until you are witnessing blessing overflowing his grace upon grace. As George Bernard Shaw once remarked, if you teach man anything, he will never learn. These are the garment which they shall make, a breastplate. You must know what I'm saying and grasp this. If you teach a people will never learn. I was not teaching, I was just inventing what hidden in you. That is why I encourage you to rise again and to embrace your hope, to restore them in your heart as risen one. May God be with you all the time.